All right. So we have a Friday session, and hopefully it's going to be a good Friday. Let's see. I've got. I need to put up the poll, don't I? Here's today's picture poll. Share window. There we go. Okay, so which would you rather do? I should say in your downtime. Puzzles or arts and crafts? Start a poll. I have a feeling I know the answer to this, but I could be wrong. Anyway, there is the picture poll for today, puzzles versus arts and crafts. And if you have a particular arts and crafts that you like to do over anything else, let us know in the chat. Or if you have a particular type of puzzle as well. Because I know there are some people who love the 3D puzzles, and there's some people who love the like really difficult puzzles, like gradients or like super complicated tiny pieces. So if you have a favorite type of puzzle, let me know. If you have a favorite type of art and craft, let me know. But yeah, that is the picture poll for today. I'm kind of excited about the new story that I'm working on, the shiny new idea. But I also was taking some time yesterday and this morning and finished reading a book. So I do need to update my reading journal, which I did not fully finish updating at the end of April. So I need to finish up April's doings and also fill out the page for the book that I just finished. So, alrighty. Anyway, how are we doing? Have we had any big wins or successes over the last 24 to 48 hours since I saw you last? Becca says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Tessa is here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Diamond says, hey, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope your Friday afternoon is going well. You're doing a new story today, and you're really excited for it. Yay. CB is here. Hello. Excellent. Lady Midnight. Hello. Welcome. Cool Gamer is here. Hi. Hello. Becca says, I haven't done a puzzle in 40 years. So it's safe to say arts and crafts. Speaking of which, you're going to try and paint the edges of your book this weekend. Ooh, that's right. Because you mentioned you were going to try and do the like sprayed edges and maybe do some designs in there with the cricket, however you say it. Exciting. CB bowled a 97 when I went 10-pin bowling this morning. Is that good? I don't know. I haven't done bowling in I don't know how long. And I don't know if 10-pin bowling is different from standard American bowling. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Hopefully that's a good number because it sounds impressive. So Tessa says, I found many new prompts to do. Yay! Putting off the memoir as long as possible. You did do some editing on the memoir, though. Gotcha. Okay. CB says, it's not bad. A perfect score is 300. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I don't even know what a perfect score would be in regular bowling because as far as I know, the goal has always been to get like strikes or spares. And so I don't actually know what the numerical value of those are. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Becca says, I'm wanting to work on a new script, but also finding it hard to get started. Oh no. You're pretty sure it's the same rules? Okay. A strike is 10. Okay. I honestly, I don't know. I usually, I usually just like throw the ball, and I'm pretty decent at the beginning, but then my arm and muscles get tired. At least this is the true any time that I went bowling in the past. So I start out really strong, and people are like, "Oh, you're just joking to say that you're really bad." And I'm like, "No. By the time by the time we get done with this, my score will be the lowest here." But yeah. Anyway, Cool Gamer says hello. Hello. Tessa says, I believe it's the same as well. Okay. Perfect score is 300. Okay. Again, I don't really know. Diamond says, this is off topic, but if you like young romance college TV shows, there's a new Prime show called Maxton Hall. The World Between Us is Good. Okay. All right, cool. So here's the IMDb link to that show. So I'll have to take a look at it. During the pandemic, Monique spent some time with watercolors and made paintings inspired by Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross so much. So between the fact that I still have, we still have oil paintings from my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. I have, I don't have any showing where I could grab one easily, but she learned to paint sort of in the era that oil painting became accessible for like housewives. And Bob Ross was kind of like a part of that. And so there was Bob Ross was doing his thing on public radio or public TV, excuse me. And you had magazines and stuff that were kind of like tutorial, I guess, like the magazines and the how-to booklets and things that you buy at Michael's. But they were specific to like painting winter scenes or painting southwestern landscapes or waves, and they would teach you techniques, usually for oil. And so I still have a couple of her like booklets and things. And I've done a couple of paintings based on those, but I usually use acrylics. Again, that's probably why I use acrylics like most people would use oils. Because again, that's what I've been told is I use my acrylics like oils. But I've never actually tried oil painting. That's one of the things that I would love to do. But yeah, I love Bob Ross and the way that he's very accepting of of mistakes. Like there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. And I'm like, yes, that is the vibe I need to remember all the time. So, and that's the wonderful thing about Bob Ross is like, you don't have to be like the perfect artist to be able to make a decent painting. And that's one of the things that makes art accessible when you have that kind of mindset or when you have those kind of tutors. So I love Bob Ross. And if you didn't know, Bob Ross has a channel on Twitch, and they do Bob Ross marathons every weekend. In fact, it may start sometime on Friday. Let me just check and see if Bob Ross is streaming. um, it may just be that Bob Ross. But yes, happy little weekend marathon. Um, so yes, and I think the proceeds from the Bob Ross channel still go to public, uh, like PBS, and are still donated. But yeah, so it's just like a marathon of different paintings. And so I highly recommend, if you are looking to learn to paint or you like Bob Ross, there's Bob Ross marathon every weekend. Again, don't know when the weekend starts for the Bob Ross reruns, but there it is. I also have a book somewhere. Where did I put it? Probably in my art book section. Anyway, I got distracted. Apologies. Anyway, here was the link to the show that Diamond was talking about. CB says, the only reason I know the perfect score is 300 is because of The Simpsons, and Homer gets a perfect game one time. Monique remembers that episode. Nice. You're making lunch right now. Excellent. Good. You were never any good at art. I felt that way too, but I also enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it, even if I wasn't what I would consider good. I wanted to be better. And that was one of the things is when I was a kid, our neighbor's son was an aspiring artist, and he eventually became a graphic designer. And so my parents essentially paid him to tutor me for like an hour, like once every week or something. And so I know basics of some techniques, and then I made sure that this is the reason I didn't get like the dual seal in high school, dual track, was because I took a second art class instead of taking a second technology class. So I missed getting the dual seal by one class. So if I had chosen not to do art the fourth year, I would have gotten my dual seal, but I was like, I want art. So yeah. So I've always enjoyed it, even though it, like, my own self-analysis is just that I don't think I've ever really been able to have a piece come out the way that I envisioned it in my brain. I will say that. So, and that's the I think the ultimate goal is to have in my brain, but maybe that's the perfectionist in me talking, is like, I've always thought of the goal as like having the reproduction come out the way that your brain is envisioning it. So I don't know. Stacy says, I want to pick puzzles, but if it's not a mobile puzzle, I just do not have the patience or skill to finish it. It's fine if you want to consider it a mobile puzzle and put puzzles. I've got, I guess it's kind of a puzzle game. I don't know. Would you? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. Rachel says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome. Rachel says, I had a load of errands to run this morning, so you just got back. Welcome back. CB says, art frustrated me. I wanted to be able to do art, but I was told that I was not good enough to take art as an elective. So they had like a skill cap on it. You took music instead. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I know there were a couple of like art honors classes that were for like the really skilled kids. And those eventually morphed into the art AP and into the people who were going to college for art and would need portfolio pieces. I was never in those classes. Even though like half my friends were. I was like, I want to be in there, but I definitely was not skilled enough to get in there. So I always was in the general art class. But yeah. So Alan Rickman was a graphic designer before he became an artist or an actor. Sorry, brain. That's cool. I did not know that. Stacy says, I have not taken an art class since I was in grade school. I took band and creative writing as your art classes. I'm impressed that you had creative writing as a elective class. That was never a thing when we were growing up, or at least the schools we went to. Courtney, hi, hello, welcome. Rachel says, we were limited in those classes if we were taking academic AP or advanced track. Interesting. Interesting. So you didn't get to take art. That's I feel like maybe, like looking back on it now, maybe because I was in some of the other advanced classes. I was definitely not in any of the advanced math or science, but social studies and literature, I was always in the advanced classes. I wonder if some of the like honors kids got like their schedules took precedence over. So like you want to make sure that the kids who are going to make the school look better and get the numbers that they want for the state to give them more money, you want to make sure that their schedules are straight first. So if you request a class and you are one of those kids, I feel like you are more likely to get it. But I'm not entirely sure because, again, I've never done scheduling. That was always sort of like one of the assistant principal's jobs. So I don't actually know how that works. But that's interesting that you were not able to take those. That's interesting. That's weird to me. I don't know. Lady Midnight says, the last time I took an art class was your senior year in high school. You took ceramics. Oh, I did want to take ceramics, but the ceramics class was not open to general kids. It was always more of like the advanced class. So Rachel says, so I did not get to take art because you were limited if you were taking advanced academic classes. That's frustrating. You had creative writing as well. Nice. I'm glad that some of you did, because that was always just a club on your own time. That was never actually like a course for us. CB says, you had to be one of the favorite students. Your 18-year-old cousin is just like your mom. She's excellent at art. She became an architectural major, and she just finished her first year. 6 years left to get her degree. Nice. Congrats to her. That's amazing. Cat's Chaos Cafe. I love the new name choice. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Goals for the stream: social media post for your fan Instagram and updating your Substack with thoughts of Taylor Swift's anthology album. You were in APE too, though, and we were able to take creative writing and art. I guess it depends on the school. It must, because that's it has to, I guess. Stacey says, my daughter may be limited when she gets to high school, but all classes were available to all students if they met the prerequisites. You took both typing and computer as electives. Yeah, I took computer science classes. I also took a drafting class because I wanted to know how to like make my handwriting legible. And it did. It definitely gave me some techniques for that. I'm trying to think of any of other like music. I had to take music all the time, and I was not good at music. And if I had known, then I probably would have asked for drafting and computer science instead of music, but music was a requirement from the school. So, yeah. Anyway, it's like, why must you force people who are tone deaf into the music class when you know it's not going to do any good? Oh well. You were always jealous of kids who got to. You didn't have creative writing per se, but your AP teacher treated your class like it was a creative writing course in some ways. That's good. That's nice. It's helpful. Kat says, my school, it went dependent on the times, and it was as to why you couldn't do some classes. Yeah, because sometimes your state requirements of like what you need to graduate trump electives always. And so if your schedule, because you have AP or you have honors, or the teacher is only like teaching 1 to 2 courses of it. So like it's only somebody's required class is only available in the morning. And like say the creative writing class is also only offered in the morning. Those would clash and you wouldn't be able to get them both. Yeah. So again, that's the registrar's puzzle piecing together. So Stace says, like Becca, I was in almost all advanced courses. I even took calculus your senior year and I hated math, but loved the teacher. I was definitely not in the advanced math and science course. No, absolutely not. I was terrible at it. It's great if you got to take arts on top of AP and advanced. Yeah, but I think that's because I only took like half of my required courses were advanced. Because again, math and science, definitely not. So I think I had room in my schedule then for them to play with a little bit. My brother, on the other hand, I think his schedule was probably a little bit more puzzle piecey for the registrar, because he was in all advanced classes. So he has the math and science brain as well, as the like science and math and science, as well as social studies and literature. Like he can do it all. But he was also in ROTC. So his schedule, I'm sure, was just like very, very frustrating, I'm sure. Anyway, Padge says, hi, listening to the series on Speechify to get centered back into the story and then doing some admin. Nice. You are only allowed to choose 8 subjects when you were in secondary school. English and math were mandatory. Some classes were in the same column as others. Yeah. It's probably just some dumb Alabama school laws. Maybe. Monique did theater in high school as your art, so to speak. You did enough theater that you got a graduation tassel for it. Nice. Good. Lady Midnight says, I took AP classes in junior year and I hated it. I think it depends on the class and the teacher. But yeah, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work for sure. So AP said, or CB. I'm getting all my alphabets mixed up. You had to take 1 science, 1 tech, 1 aesthetic class, and up to 2 languages. Yeah, we had to have minimum 2 years of essentially either French or Spanish. And then some schools had German. A couple of schools in Georgia I know have like Mandarin, but mostly it's just Spanish or French. So you only had 1 time slot for each AP class. So there was a fun class if you wanted. Yeah. If there was a fun class during that time slot, you were out of luck. Yeah, exactly. Some people took 2 sciences, 2 aesthetics. You took 2 languages because we didn't have a creative writing or advanced drama. Gotcha. Yeah. You took half a year of calculus your senior year because the teacher was fantastic. Unfortunately, she got fired and the replacement sucked. Oh no. So you dropped out of the class ASAP. Yeah. Yeah. That's frustrating. You grew up in a small town, so you were limited already on what teachers were certified to teach. Yeah. Yeah. They totally changed the education system here a few years back. So it might not be the same anymore. Gotcha. Rachel says same in terms of like the limited amount of certification for teachers. Yeah. You only had 4 teachers AP certified. Yeah. Well, and the thing is that I found out when I was teaching that usually the county is the one who pays for it, because otherwise if you want to get certified for it, you have to pay for it. If you're not doing it on the county's dime, you're paying for it yourself. And it's like $600 or $700 for like one of the like short 2 or 3 day workshops where they teach you how to grade the essays. And then I didn't know what else was all entailed, because I probably should have gone ahead and gotten certified for it, but I had just finished the gifted certification stuff and I needed a break. I was like, I'll do it the next time it rolls around. And then I didn't. So, Lady Midnight forgot to mention you were accepted. Yay! Congratulations on getting in. Excellent. You're going to be starting in the spring term. Fantastic. Yay. I'm excited for you. I hope you're excited, but I'm excited for you. You also had to take a social, yeah. So like a social studies or an economics or something like that. Specific term is honor cord, but yeah. Yep. I still have mine, but a lot of mine have changed colors because the dye in them is not light fast. Stace says, I took a couple of classes that were labeled AP, but only took one of the tests for AP credit. Which was your college major? Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if that was a split level class, AP and honors then. Because generally, if you are enrolled in the AP, like you're supposed to take the test, because the school gets some amount of money or credit for the test and the materials at the end of the year type thing. Anyway, I don't know, but that's interesting. CB says you took both French and Spanish, had to fight to be allowed to do it because yep. Makes sense. There were 2 AP Calc classes because so many of us were in band. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I got to see my fellow band students a lot that year. Yeah. There, at some point, y'all are kind of split into packs or cliques, and you just kind of travel together. And so your classes are always the same students. So your school only had Spanish and Mandarin. You took Mandarin. Interesting. Okay. Your school had Spanish, French, and German. Your second year French teacher also taught German. Yeah, generally one of the teachers, if there's 3, one of the teachers does too. I've also heard of some schools having Italian, but Rachel says, I think it may have complicated things because we were the only city high school in the area, so that took away some of the other benefits and fundings. Okay. Rachel says, yay for Lady Midnight getting in. Congrats, says Monique. Let's see. CB took Modern Studies, Office and Information Studies, French, Spanish, Biology, Music, English, and Math. And you got the second lowest grade in the class for months. Yeah. I don't know. It's all of the senior level advanced classes were labeled AP if they had a test available. But you didn't have to take the test, and you only wanted the one that would really help you in college. Interesting. Because now, They're like, if you sign up for the AP class, you have to take a test. So I don't know if that's changed or what. All right. We're going to have the giraffe for today. The giraffe is going to be our friend. Let's find the... Okay, almost. Yes. All right. Here is our giraffe. If I can get it upright, that'd be great. See the big picture. Giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When the giraffe appears, it is a sign to observe from higher view. In all aspects of your life, it is time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view, open your eyes to see what others need or are experiencing, and see the big picture that you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, I can flip the page. You do not want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. The giraffe will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. So there you go. There's our giraffe. See, CB says we did Italian in primary school for 2 years, then French from primary 7, which is the final year of primary school, until the beginning of 6th year. Gotcha. Coffee Crate Connect. Hello. Welcome. How's everybody today? You're getting a little revision time in while the house is quiet. Nice. Excellent. That's good. Good luck, says Rachel. Many of us took the advanced course for the weighted GPA. Yes, correct. Yeah. But didn't want the stress of the test. You think most of the classes had about 10 kids that took each test. Yeah, no, they made everybody take the test. Even if they knew you were going to get a 2. They're like, you got to take the test. So Rachel says, I'm updating some Ream story drafts for the co-author and watching some videos. You said thank you to Rachel. You're trying hard to make sure it's ready for publication by November. Yes. But they want those classes full, so not everyone has to take the test. And some realized they just weren't good enough to pass the test, which was you and Calc. That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, to me, it never seemed worth the effort to take the harder class if I knew I wasn't going to pass the AP exam, which is one of the reasons why I never took any AP sciences. Because I could probably do okay with the curriculum, probably, but I wasn't willing to put in the effort for it. Yeah. Anyway, you're very happy right now because you pulled the Magician. That's a lovely card. It's one of my personal favorites because it's one of my personal cards. Stacy says we also had to pay for the test. Yeah, and not everybody could afford to take that many tests, which were all around the same time. Yes, yeah, that is true. That is definitely true because usually by the time that you stacked up a couple of APs, you also stacked up your PSAT or your SAT or your ACT or the whatever, like all the tests, junior and senior year of high school. Yeah, that's a lot of chunks of change. You pulled the Badger and the Ginkgo. The main message is healing wounds. Nice. Good. I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the first sprint to update my reading journal, and then I'm going to go in with the brainstorming document that I had on Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. and try and start sorting it out into a semblance of an outline. That's where that is going. All right. So first sprint. Do, 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 do. See, make sure I have all of the things. Your psych AP test takers, you met for like 6 weeks every Saturday for an hour or two for extra study time. Oh goodness, the things you hadn't covered yet but would be on the test and review. That seems like a lot, and seems like the psych AP teacher was not didn't space the curriculum out in the normal pacing, but I don't know. Again, I didn't take AP Psych, so I'm not sure how much curriculum they had to cover. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. So 1, save your document if you've already been working. Again, if not, now's a great time to pull up your documents. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with, and go ahead and cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back to that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So I finished updating. Did I? No, I didn't. I have one thing left to do. Wrong book. I've mostly finished updating my reading journal, aside from the fact that I forgot to update one pair of pages. Yeah. I didn't read any nonfiction last month, so I need to make sure I read some nonfiction this month. Let's see. Did I update this one? Number 31. No. Okay. So, yeah. So I've got essentially a page still left to update for 2 books. But other than that, the reading journal has been updated. And I've given myself, or I've earned myself bingo on both boards. I can't remember. Yes, I had. So I have yes. Okay. So in the genres, I have a horizontal across the bottom: historical romance, short story, coming of age, sci-fi, and nonfiction. I've also got a bingo across the middle with a philosophical or religious text, a drama, a free space, isekai novel, and alternative history. I am one short going diagonal from nonfiction to the diagonal. Anyway, I can't quite make my finger and my brain work. So I'm missing from this lower corner up to the opposite. I'm missing the horror. And on this side, I'm missing thriller and poetry collection, which I should have read a poetry collection last month because it was National Poetry Month. And then I have finally earned a bingo on the romance trope. So I have a Beauty and the Beast pairing, Amnesia, Free, Secret Bodyguard, and an age gap. I have less romance tropes filled in than I anticipated because a lot of them have similar. I guess I could also fill in Grumpy and Sunshine, but whatever. I know I'm likely to read another Grumpy and Sunshine pairing, so we'll just leave that for then. But yeah, so bingo boards for the reading journal are progressing. I also got 290 words added to the document. Let's see. How'd you do? Heart. You're working on putting drafts of chapters up on Ream. You're a newbie there. You're working on an outline for the screenplay. Nice. Excellent. Good. Ashley Emma says, hey, hello. Monique is working on some edits for your fan account at the moment. Excellent. Good. Ashley is finishing up this rough draft. Do you want to send it to your research partner today? That would be lovely if you could get that done. Yes. Becca says, I keep coming up with scenes, but I need to work out the structure. Just keep a document where you can jot down thoughts about the scenes that you want to include. And then you can always rearrange those later according to the proper structure. Monique says, you're making photo edits of each of the Baldur's Gate 3 characters, saying what they think about your girly, Miranda. Gotcha. See, we got 532 words typed from your handwritten draft. Nice. Good. Diamond says, so far my texting story is going good. Almost done, though. Nice. Funky Sai says, happy Friday, peeps. Happy Friday to you as well. Tessa is working on a Grammarly customer service email and sending them the files they want. Excellent. Diane says, need some lunch. So that's the goal for this next sprint. Yes, I approve. Tessa says, hi to Funky. Funky says, howdy to Tessa. What you doing over at Grammarly? Lady Midnight says, finished making the playlist for the third book. You still need to get some outlining done. That's right, because your outline turned into a trilogy. That's right. I remember that. You're brainstorming. Diane says, got another chapter uploaded to Ream. Excellent. My power just blipped. Hopefully the internet stays stable. Y'all, I'm going to save my document just in case. Tessa says, Grammarly is not working on my long manuscript, and I'm trying to get help from them. Gotcha. Okay. Stace says, I'm eating lunch. You were watching the Karen Reed trial and then made something to eat. You did check on what you had pulled out for dinner. Nice. CB has a poetry collection recommendation. Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot. That's the book that the musical Cats is based on. Gotcha. Courtney says 999 words that sprint. You're going to switch to cooking in a bit. Yeah, I think I have two collections. Only two? I think I have three. I'm pretty sure I have three collections of poetry that I have not finished reading. Like I've read a couple of poems in them, but I have not finished them. So I think the goal again is to like read your TBR and not just constantly add things to your TBR. So I've got those three that I know that I want to finish or / reread from the beginning because it's been a while. But anyway, Courtney, 999 words is very impressive. Yes, please save your work. Funky says you're still live for now, which is good. Very good. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and swap over to the second sprint. And as always, the second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you want to promote, you do so during the second sprint. And that is writing adjacent stuff. So if you have a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, websites, blogs, social media handles, etc., and especially if you have books out on sale, coming out soon, etc., please let us know where we can find you. Cough, cough, Becca. I'm pretty sure Ashley also has something that's relatively recent out. Isn't that correct? I think so. Yeah. Anyway, so make sure that you do some self-promos. Also, please don't forget to vote in the poll as to whether or not you, in your downtime, you like to puzzle or you like to arts and crafts. So, and also, if you are not subscribed, please consider it. That is my self-promo. Here we go. Don't forget to save. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a text from Bestie, so um anyway, how are we doing? We're now at 9:20 for the day. What did I have before? I think 290, so I think I just swapped the numbers. So I got 6:30 that time. Let me pop that into my writing tracker. Definitely lower numbers today, but that's okay. That is okay. I also, one of the times I turned the camera off this time was because I have a thick plastic mat under my chair so that if I roll back and forth, I don't damage the floors. But over time, it scoots forward and it covers the air conditioning vent. And so my room gets extra warm. So I just kind of like hauled the plastic mat back out again. So hopefully the temperature will cool off a bit. Because yeah, going into the summer months, I have to be more careful about that because my room tends to get warmer because it is on the side of the house that gets most of the sun. But anyway, how are we doing? How are we doing? Are we making some progress? And also, don't forget to 1, vote in the poll, and 2, do your self promo. Let me scroll back up. Let's see. Coffee Crate Connect had a question of any tips for finding quality line editors. Has anybody used Fiverr for it? And then you were going to go take a movement break. So hopefully by the time you get back, these answers will help. CB got self-promo. All of your links are in the basic info page, and there are 2 polls on there as well. Funky suggests Heather's services. And then I mentioned sample edits are a nice way to find out if both you and the editor deem that both of you can work together. So, it's not just it's you interviewing them to see if you like their skills, but also them interviewing you as a customer, as a client. But yes, Heather Dewey Patet. And I also know that there are quite a few other people on authortube that do editing or manuscript critiquing services. And so I popped several names in here, which I know are not all of them, but here are some of the names that I know are either editors full-time or part-time. And Rachel says, Jenna the Soul Writer also just posted in your Facebook group about having openings for editing as well. Nice. You missed the previous break. The doggo needed to be picked up. She's nice and fresh, clipped nails, less fuzzy, and bouncy for her 12 years. Nice. Excellent. And Heather is here. Hello. Welcome. You are also back from another dog walk, and it's now getting unbearably hot outside. Yes, Florida weather does do that. You just need to get some cold water in you, and you'll be fine. Excellent. Good. Lady Midnight said, it was cold in my room. Now it's getting hot. Yeah. Yeah. Ambient temperatures are a crazy, crazy thing. Tessa spent the sprint getting your package from the mailroom, waiting for your nurse to come back and give you your afternoon meds. Gotcha. Diane had lunch. Nice. Actually says, my rough draft is almost done. It needs a few more scenes. Ooh, nice. CB got 557 words. Excellent. Diamond finally finished your texting story, so the next sprint you're going to relax. Lady Midnight got halfway through Save the Cat Beat Sheet for book 2. Actually says, I might add the scenes after you get it back from your research partner. Unsure of what to add just yet until you hear from her. In that case, it's probably a good idea to wait until you have it back. Brooke got some great stuff done. You always get distracted on Fridays, but the sprints help so much. I'm glad we can help because I feel slightly distracted today for sure. So Heather saw Paget's comment and scrolled up. Yes. Ashley says, I ordered an under-desk walking pad for yourself for Mother's Day because your treadmill broke. Oh no, you'll have to tell me how you enjoy the writing desk, the under-desk walking pad for your writing desk or wherever you decide to put it. You'll have to tell me because I've been thinking about it, but I just haven't seen any ads for them that are like not ads, I guess, or I guess any reviews of them, I should say, that are not ads. Stacy says you watched the latest video from the Hexed Library. Also nice. We are doing. Yes, that is the we are doing. Words are wording, as Emily says. Ashley says yes. Yes. Is this in regards to walking the dog and the temperature or the editor discussion? Heather does free sample edits at the moment. Ashley is also an editor. You like doing sample edits. It gives you a better idea of what to charge. Also true. Because then you can get a sense of like how much work you're going to need to do per page or per 1,000 words. Yeah. CB 165-day writing streak, and the total for the year so far is 461,860. Be right back. You're going to need to get up. Your right hip has sort of like clenched up, seized up, and you need to get some more soda as well. Yes. Apparently you were summoned. The editors were summoned. Yes, absolutely. Becca says, still working on the outline. There are 2 distinct arcs, and you're trying to figure out a way to blend them together. Ooh, nice. Ashley is also an editor too. Yes, thank you. I knew I was forgetting somebody because I do. And there are so many people that are capable of editing in the authortube community, which is very nice because, yes. Lady Midnight says, when I get my English degree, I hope to be an editor. Nice. Excellent. Heather says, I was thinking about posting here if I was on time about your Substack post in regards to the differences and similarities between line editing and copy editing. Gotcha. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, it's already 3 o'clock almost. Apparently we chatted quite a bit about puzzles and school and editing and all the things. But that's okay. We'll do another sprint and then I think I will have to go because I do need to return something to Walmart. So, all right, change the banner. Okay, so third sprint, 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check and make sure that you are not slouching too much. Give yourself a longer stretch if you need it. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Heather, you can go ahead and post your link if you need to. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. My unruly toddler hairs are at the end today. All right, I got 765 words that time. So that is good. Definitely slower than I have been, but that's okay. Considering different avenues and then making choices takes some time. So, not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's see. Ashley just finished and sent your 60,000 word draft to your research partner / beta reader, which is exciting. Funky is, no. Tessa is still waiting on Grammarly to send you back some information. Lady Midnight just finished the beat sheet for book 2, which is awesome. Rachel's going to take a break. Coffee Crate Connect just came back from the break. I saw some of the comments. You're still revising the rough draft. Then you have to send it out to beta readers, but then you will be in touch. Excellent. Yeah, talk to text. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't quite do quite right. Lady Midnight started working on the beat sheet for book 3. Excellent. Apologies. 191 words for CB that time. Tessa got 1 flash fiction piece written for the story a day prompt, and posted it to the blog. Excellent. Precious, hello. You're rewriting your story for the 5th time because your plot was needing more foundation. Gotcha. Stacy says time for my youngest to get home, and also time to start peeling carrots. I'm assuming carrots are going to be part of dinner. Funky says, glad to see my summoning circle still works in order to get Heather to come in. Yes, indeed. CB is almost finished typing out the handwritten part, so you're going to continue with that process so that when you are out tomorrow, you'll be able to write the next part out longhand. Gotcha. Fair enough. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for joining me today. Oh, right. We need to end the poll. So our poll for today was puzzling or arts and crafts. And arts and crafts have won 81 to 19%. So most of us prefer arts and crafts, although puzzles does hold a special place in our heart for sure. All righty. Sundays is a classic, silver or gold. That's going to be the poll for Sunday. Anyway, so thank you very much for joining me today. Make sure that you have a wonderful weekend. Make sure that if you have a mother figure in your life, that you wish them a happy Mother's Day. And I will see y'all on Sunday if I don't see you in the chats before then. All right. Bye. Don't forget to save.